This is Jimmy Galligan, a teenager who sat on a video that a 15-year-old girl made and waited until she reached college so he could show the video everywhere, make it go viral, and ruin her life and get her canceled. She got kicked out of college, and now her life is ruined. This guy is a sociopath. The New York Times helped a vindictive teen destroy a classmate who uttered a racial slur when she was 15. Jimmy Galligan got a girl canceled from going to college. I haven't seen a story like this make me this angry in a very, very long time. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, we're going to talk about the New York Times story, where the New York Times teams up with a vindictive teenager, Jimmy Galligan, to cancel a girl. They got her kicked out of college and they ruined her life. All over a stupid word that was not said in a bad way. Now, first off, the video, the thing that everybody is crying about. In this video, and I'm not going to play it for you because, there's really nothing to show. All she says, and she posted this when she was 15 years old and she got a driver's license. And she excitingly says, "I can drive now, N-words." Yeah, this is what he canceled her for. She didn't say that she didn't like minorities. She didn't even say it in a derogatory way. Now listen, I am a minority. In fact, I'm more of a minority than Jimmy Galligan. I am a minority mixed with a minority. I am a super minority. I am less white than Jimmy Galligan. Jimmy Galligan is half white. And Jimmy Galligan has used the N-word. No doubt he's used that word in his life, even though he's half white. In my opinion, he shouldn't be able to use that word. And he canceled this woman. The way she used the N-word wasn't in a bad way. She was using it as in people. It's the same way that most people in the black community use the word, in a non-offensive way to describe people. And on the internet, the N-word is slang basically for people. It's a lot like the F word these days, normal F word, gamer F word. These things are not meant in a negative light towards protected groups, okay? So I'm a minority, right? I do not find these words offensive online because I know that it's internet culture. I'm also a part of the rainbow community. I do not get offended when somebody says bundle of sticks. The F word. It's just internet culture. It's internet speak. This girl's 15 at the time, and she's saying, "I can drive now." And she wasn't saying it towards any group. She wasn't saying just black people. She wasn't just saying just white people. She was just saying, "I can drive now, people," but in a spicier way. And she got canceled. This is Jimmy Galligan, a teenager who sat on a video that a 15-year-old girl made and waited until she reached college so he could show the video everywhere, make it go viral, and ruin her life and get her canceled. She got kicked out of college, and now her life is ruined. This guy is a sociopath. Make no mistake, folks. Because if this was really about right and wrong, he wouldn't have waited so many years. He would have complained then and there. Maybe he would have confronted her in person. So what a lot of people have been pointing out is that this guy was clearly looking for revenge. And that is what the story supports, folks. Now, the first thing we got to take a look at is the New York Times story, which shamelessly helped this sociopath ruin a woman's life. Here you can see a racial slur, a viral video, and a reckoning. A white high school student withdrew from her chosen college after a 3-second video caused an uproar online. The classmate who shared it publicly has no regrets. So the New York Times helped amplify this story and is celebrating it as Jimmy Galligan brags about getting this girl canceled for a stupid video she made when she was 15. Again, she does not say the word in a negative way, and she does not say it towards any group. She was not discriminating. She was using the word like many kids these days of all races use the word. And isn't that what you want? These words which used to be hurtful, don't you want them to be meaningless now? What's up, my friend? What's up, my dude? But it's just a spicy word. It doesn't matter. Then there's an argument from woke people, and this is probably a big reason for all of this. Woke cancel culture. It is complete trash, complete garbage. That you're not allowed to use these words because they're hurtful. And you're gonna hurt my feelings if you use them. Oh, I didn't know that you were so, weak. I think that if you can't handle a little bit of banter and in just words and they hurt your little feelings, you are a complete and utter wimp. Now, I'm not going to read this whole story. It would be a massive waste of time. Imagine reading the New York Times. What a joke. I use it to wipe my ass when I use the bathroom. Here it says, Jimmy Galligan was in history class last school year when his phone buzzed with a message. Once he clicked on it, he found a 3-second video of a white classmate looking into the camera and uttering an anti-black racial slur. The slur, he said, was regularly hurled in classrooms and hallways. Throughout his years in the London County School District, he had brought the issue up to teachers and administrators, but much to his anger and frustration, his complaints had gone nowhere. So he held on to the video, waited for the girl to get into college, and then canceled her. This is a direct quote. He admits it. Quote, I wanted to get her where she would understand the severity of the word. Mr. Galligan, 18 years old, whose mother is black and father is white. Gee, you would think he understands white people and black people. The classmate who uttered the slur, Mimi Groves, and they named this woman, they post her photo so everybody can see. Cancel culture, I swear. He tucked the video away, deciding to post it publicly when the time was right. That is a direct quote. What a vindictive little sociopath. You can see a picture of him sitting in his front, and oh man, this really, really drives me mad. Look at him. He's got a fancy watch. He's got some fancy designer shirt. That's not a shirt you get at the Gap store. Something you get at a high-end place. I don't know my stores. Got fancy jewelry, got his nice rimmed gold glasses. Look, he's got an iPhone. And look at his house. He's got this nice house, double door. Man, that's rich people stuff. This guy is privileged. This guy is a privileged, spoiled little brat. And I bring this up for a very important reason, because in this story, he says to his own father that his father has white privilege. Now, this article is absolutely ridiculous. They bring up like so many social justice stories. They talk about Floyd. They talk about all of these people. They talk about Black Lives Matter. What does it have to do with the story? Nothing. You see, this woke progressive leftism is a cult. It is an absolute cult. They are brainwashed, literally programmed to destroy everyone who does not agree with them. And this guy is half white. I want to make that very clear. There's a lot of people who say that if you're half white, you're still black. That, my friends, is a racist idea. And this is the same thing with Obama. Everybody said Obama was black, even though he was half white. His mother was white. This is a horrific idea. Did you know that back in the days of slavery and oppression, where people's lives were being violated, that if you had a single drop, like you were 5% black, you were considered black? Right. It's a purity idea. It is racist. It is terrible. But that was the idea back in those times. This guy is half white. Why is he black? You know, you see all these woke people and leftists and liberals, a lot of them are white, and they say things like, well, these ideas are racist and harmful. And then they go around and say, well, he's half white? No, he's not. He's not white. He's black. Oh, really? As a minority, I am deeply offended by this. As a minority, I am deeply angered by Jimmy Galligan. I am deeply angered by woke culture, by cancel culture, by this progressive left nonsense. As a minority, I am sick of it. Want to give me this garbage. This is a picture of Mimi Groves. They included it in the story. Looks like a nice enough girl. Probably, and as the story states, everybody in her high school was using the word, and not in a bad way. Again, it was just a word. We had lots of words growing up. Back in my day, it was like, maybe like, I don't know, like, everybody said, oh, that's so gay, or this is gay, blah, 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 blah. I never got offended. And, you know, I guess I'm allowed to use the word, but other people are not. You see, it's just so stupid. If it's in the dictionary, anybody should be able to use any word. That's my opinion. Now, you know what I think happened? I think that this guy, Galligan, I think that he asked this girl out, and she said no. I think that Jimmy Galligan, because I'm getting major incel vibes here, he asked her out and she said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. So he wanted revenge, he found this video, and he got her kicked out of college. And guess what? He is a massive hypocrite. I'm going to take you to Twitter. Wokel Distance says, it turns out that Jimmy Galligan, who ruined a girl's life over a 4-year-old Snapchat video, made a video where he complains about being depressed in his freshman year of high school because of things he did in 6th through 8th grade. Followed him into high school, and he got judged for them. And they post this video where Jimmy Galligan is sad, and he's like, oh, I had no friends. Oh, stuff I did in the past came back to haunt me in high school. So he knows what it's like for something you did when you were younger to ruin your life. So he decided to take something that this girl did when she was younger and ruin her life. She was not even being racist. She was not. As a minority, I'm going to say she was not. So not only does it make this guy potentially some incel who is mad that a woman didn't give him what he wanted. You're not owed a woman, okay? A woman does not have to go out with you just because you're thirsty. Okay, you understand? Just because you got rejected doesn't mean that you can attack this woman. And he did the same thing to her. He's a massive hypocrite, and he's full of it. He's absolutely full of it. Now, Wokel goes on to say, like, do not cancel this guy. There's no point in canceling him. That's a very interesting idea now, isn't it? The idea that these people can go around and cancel people, get revenge, be vindictive. Give me a break. Give me an absolute break. He's a little sociopath, and he shows no remorse. And I can prove it here on the New York Times. This is a quote from Galligan himself. Quote, for his role, Mr. Galligan said he had no regrets. Quote, if I never posted the video, nothing would have ever happened, he said. And because the internet never forgets, the clip will always be available to watch. Quote, I am going to remind myself, you started something, he said with satisfaction. You taught someone a lesson. This person is, in my opinion, mentally unwell. I want to show you what he said about his father. He said his father was often the only white person at maternal family gatherings. His father is white. He married a black woman. Most of the family members were black, where the N-word is a term that is thrown around sometimes by black relatives. A few years ago, he said his father said it aloud, prompting Mr. Galligan and his sister to quietly take him aside and explain that it was unacceptable, even when joking around. Oh, this is so rich! So rich! He's half white. His father is white. And he tells his own father, you can't use the N-word. It doesn't matter that you married a black woman or that all your family members are black and that everybody uses the word. No. You're white. He's a little bigot. That's what he is. And he's half white himself. Why does he think that he's allowed to use the word? Doesn't make any sense. Now, this is what really pissed me off. Shortly after his 18th birthday in July, Mr. Galligan asked his father, a former law enforcement officer, what he thought about white privilege. Quote, the first thing he said to me is that it doesn't exist. Correct. Mr. Galligan recalled. He then asked his father if he had ever been scared while walking at night, or reaching into the glove box after being pulled over by the police. He said his father had not. Quote, that is your white privilege, Mr. Galligan said he told him. He told his father that he had white privilege. Let me remind you, this is the guy that we see sitting in front of his house. He's got an iPhone, he's got fancy jewelry, he's got designer sweater, and the house looks massive. This dude is privileged. He's a spoiled little woke brat. That's what he is. He's sensitive. Can't take it. And he's mad that a girl rejected him. That's what I think. I think that's what happened. And all of this is just a front. He just wants revenge. He just wants fame. But I can't imagine anybody that would want to be associated with this guy after what he did. So you know what? This was published by the New York Times. They're celebrating. They're bragging. Oh, I don't regret it. I love that I canceled this girl over a stupid word she didn't even use in a bad way. Okay? You're right. Once something is online, the internet never forgets. You got what you wanted. People now will never forget what you did. I talked about this story because I was mad as hell. And I made this video to show why cancel culture is cancer, why woke culture is cancer, and why the progressive left is terrible and should be avoided. Because let me make it clear. If this guy's goal was to stop bigotry and to stop discrimination, like to bring people together, he has done the exact opposite. What do you think this girl is going to think now? All she's going to know is that this person ruined her life. You're not going to make her aware of anything. You're not teaching her anything. The only thing you're teaching her is that you harmed her. And I've said this often about cancel culture. Every person they strike down creates like 10 more people who are now against them, against woke culture, against cancel culture. And eventually, cancel culture will get canceled. And the woke left, well, they're going to have no friends left. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. If you like this video and would like to see more videos like it, please subscribe to this channel, smash that bell button, smash a like button, and leave a comment down below in the comments section. You can also join me on Patreon or Subscribestar. And don't forget to share the video. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.